So my name is Scott Wisnett. I've been here at the Sheriff's Office for about 15 years. When I came to the agency, I had previous law enforcement experience and I had just retired from the military. It was a very smooth transition. I was welcomed here, learning how they do things in Walton County was very easy. I spent the first part of my career as a school resource officer, actually. Really enjoyed the time, the interaction with the school staff and students. Was given an opportunity to move into training and sat there for a number of years doing training and hiring. And then since then I have moved on to Uniform Patrol, and I now command the Uniform Patrol Division in the Criminal Investigations Division. I was very fortunate when I came within the first year of being here. I took the assessment for the Sheriff's Emergency Response Team and got on as a team member. I served as I was a breacher and an assistant team leader for quite some time, and then I was offered command of the team. And I've been command of the team for 6-7 years. Especially during my time serving as the training captain, I actually progressed through the ranks to captain. Working in the administration and training, I got to take part in all of the hiring, but also work closely with all the other division commanders on all aspects of everything we do here. So yeah, it's been very informative, and yeah, I kind of touch a little bit of everything that goes on. It was a huge challenge. I was a little worried about it because I'd never done anything at that level. But we sat down early on in the project and kind of made a list of what our goals were. The biggest one coming from the facility that we're currently in, moving over there, is we wanted a facility that was designed specifically around officer safety. Mainly for the people working in the detention facility, in the jail. But also we wanted to meet needs for employees throughout the rest of the agency, even in the administration building. I mean, we kind of designed it around the employee and their needs as opposed to just what we could get for the money. So one of the first things we looked at when we were designing the jail part is to make sure we started off with how is the construction of that going to affect the employees and their safety and efficiency. So we went to a still cell design. The showers, water management, and everything is incorporated in it so that we don't have to move inmates around as much. We have a medical screening cell in the cell block. There are no blind spots in our facility. When you're working from a control station without looking at a camera, you can clearly look out the window and see everything, which is a huge officer safety concern. If anybody that's ever worked in a facility knows that access to being able to cut off water individually in a cell, being able to not only not have blind spots, but see all of that on a camera, it's huge. So the interactions with the inmates is lessened because we don't, unless it's a major medical issue or they've got to go to court, they don't have to leave that pod. One of the other things we looked at for the safety and the comfort of the employees is the control tower section is all on one long mezzanine. So if you're manning one of those stations, there's somebody right behind you, and when you look to your left and right, you see your fellow employees. So you're not isolated in a tower or in a box somewhere that you feel like you're locked in. I mean, it's a very nice space. The watch tour system that we're using is the latest technology that's out there. It's actually cell phone based. So you're not walking around with an awkward camera, and you're not having to go manually input that into a separate workstation. You can do your whole watch tour from a cell phone. That is your body camera video, and it's also how you're logging your checks. So it's very efficient. You're not running around back and forth trying to fill out different devices, paper logs or computer logs. You can do it all from where you're walking at. We've got a employee cafeteria that we made sure was incorporated in the facility specifically for the detention officers, but for the rest of the staff as well. But we really want to provide, when you come to work here and you're working that 12-hour shift, we want to try to provide you at least 2 meals while you're here to take the burden off of you having to bring a lunch in, having to worry about trying to get out and get back in a limited amount of time. You'll have a meal provided, 2 meals provided for you by the sheriff's office in an environment that you can sit down and intermingle with your coworkers and relax with no contact with inmates. I think one of the best parts about all of this is, of course, we are focused on building a new facility. That is a big part of it, but you know, we're recently transitioned. Sheriff Brooks is now the sheriff, and we're going from top to bottom, from every aspect of the agency. We're going through it, we're transforming. Everything is being looked at. We're definitely modernizing in every corner that we can. The facility is great, but that's only part of everything that we've got going on here. We spent a lot of time talking about the jail and things specifically toward that, but the whole campus is very well designed. It's a large campus. It's spread out to the benefit of the employees. You know, in the administration building alone, we've got a multifunctional, modern, very modern gym. We have relationships with fitness providers close by as part of a working relationship with the sheriff's office. We've got a very modern defensive tactics training room. We, of course, have virtual reality training rooms and judgmental use of force rooms. We very modern classrooms. You can come here and take all of your training that you need. We're not going to make you drive somewhere else to do training. You can get everything you need right here. All aspects from all the divisions. I mean, our K9 facility, we've got a brand new K9 facility, fully functioning kennel, designed specifically to our needs for our dog handlers. Special operations, CERT has their own briefing room and area. So the building design is, we're not all stacked on top of each other. Everybody competing for space. Everybody has their own usable space, and it's very comfortable. One of the best things that's come about as part of this package too is we're coming under a new pay plan. Before, we were traditional in the fact that you came here and everyone started at the same rate regardless. Very fortunate now that we have a new pay plan that pays you for your experience. So if you're a 10-year detention officer or a 10-year deputy or officer at another agency, if you come to work here, we're going to pay you for your experience. You're not going to come in starting at the basic starting rate. You're going to get paid for the experience that you have. And we're also going to give you bumps based on your education level. If you are an honorably discharged veteran, you're going to get a pay bump for that. And if you speak a foreign language, you're going to get a pay bump for it. So it's a very aggressive pay plan targeted toward experienced individuals that may not be happy where they're at or needing to move to a new location. We have a county health clinic that doesn't cost you a dime. I mean, it's wonderful. And you can use it, your spouse can use it, your entire immediate family, kids. And they can provide all the basic care needs you need or referrals. Does not cost you a dime. We have agreements in place with some other healthcare centers around here to get into more wellness type treatments. I think tying all that in though is we're a family oriented driven organization. If you're even interested in coming to work here, and you walk into the lobby or you call somebody and say, hey, I want to come in, We're not going to run you through the hoops of, okay, fill your application out in 2 months. Somebody's going to get back to you, and then you have to go through 3 or 4 series of interviews or tests to finally get a hiring decision. If you want to come in here, somebody's going to stop what they're doing to talk to you. I will stop what I'm doing to come talk to you. The sheriff will come talk to you. That's just our philosophy here. And we'll sit down and have a very honest, open conversation. And if you're interested in applying after that conversation, you'll have a hiring decision within 2 weeks. We'll give you a conditional job offer within 2 weeks, set up a hiring date, and you can come join us, be part of the family. So part of that pay plan also would be, we're an agency that pays a nighttime shift differential. A little bit different than most places though. I mean, that's what your overtime is going to be based on if you're assigned a night shift. We also pay overtime without issues. Some agencies want to limit your overtime. Now, if we asked you to do a job and it requires overtime, you're going to get paid overtime. Nobody's going to harp on you about that. Part of the family atmosphere here also bleeds over. We have our own nonprofit, which is called Deputies Beyond the Badge. It is strictly a benevolent association to take care of the wellness and needs of the employees here in a time of need. And then we also do other fun things with that. You know, our annual Christmas party that we have, or we do things like recently we just had we had Santa come in and let all the families come and have their families and have their kids take pictures with Santa. Any kind of wellness event, something that will get all of us together and just let us relax. And Deputies Beyond the Badge is made all of that happen.